Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Dipalok. क्या हाल है? Subodh. Good to see you. Hi. Is everybody able to hear me clearly? Is it audible, visible? Inder, Komaladikari, Prajakta. Good morning. Great. Mangesh, Rajiv Dua, Piyush Gandhi. Hi. All right. चलिए सो this next 4 days, आज Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, we are going to talk about certain technical stuff in terms of markets and in terms of positioning as a wealth manager. Okay, so we are going to start today and then we are going to continue into the next the following 3 days. So आज तो जैसे Tuesday है, then we are going to follow through into the next 3 days. Clear? So today the first thing that we are going to talk about is how to make yourself irreplaceable. Make yourself irreplaceable as a wealth manager. All right. So that is what we are going to discuss today. Then tomorrow we are going to talk about what do top fund managers see that most advisors miss out. Okay, so that would be the topic for tomorrow. For day after tomorrow, we are going to discuss about the downside, the market downside, the science of downside, why most portfolios fail in bad markets. That is what we are going to discuss tomorrow. And day after tomorrow, we are going to talk about portfolio architecture, how smart money actually gets allocated. All right, so we are going to walk through this 4 different sessions this entire week. All right, okay, chalo, let's get started. So देखो, जब आपके सामने कोई क्लाइंट बैठा है, when a client is sitting in front of you and आपसे सवाल करते हैं which fund should I invest in, कौन से फंड में निवेश करें, alright, which fund should I invest in, अब जवाब क्या देते हो? What is your answer? अब सीधा मैं आपको 3 ऑप्शन देता हूँ, A, B, C, and then you tell me which one you select. A, अब बोलते हो कि this fund has given some X return, 18% return, that is option A. This fund has given return, X return. B, आप बोलते हो this is top in the category, B. And C, आप बोलते हो this one is doing well recently. इन 3 में से कौन सा आप सिलेक्ट करते हो? A, B और C? चैट बॉक्स में लिखिए. A, B और C. Acha, Samir then this write D, so you write something else. Okay. Okay. All right. Those who are giving options other than this, then this is not. So, देखो, let me tell you something clearly. Answering any of these 3 things, you know what? This is exactly how most advisors sound. Okay, and that may be why clients don't see a difference in you, because today information तो हर जगह पे, information is everywhere. Returns are visible, rankings are available. कोई भी Perplexity पे जाएगा, Google पे जाएगा, ChatGPT करेगा, Claude करेगा, anyone can find out the top funds. So if your conversation is based only on that, you are easily replaceable. If your conversation is based only on that, then you are easily replaceable. Now here is the real shift. देखो, fund managers don't select investments like that. They don't chase returns also. They think in terms of risk, behavior, cycles and probability. ये चार है, risk, behavior, cycles, probability. And that is the gap, because most advisors know products but very few advisors understand how to think about them. So आज का जो session है ना, today's session is about is not giving you more gyan and more fund names and anything like that. It is about something little different. It is how to think like that fund manager, so that when you speak, clients feel the difference. Okay, and that is what potentially the client is looking for at the end of the day. All right, so give me a minute. I'm going to open up my presentation deck and then we will get started. The irreplaceable advisor, जिसको रिप्लेस नहीं किया जा सकता है, द irreplaceable advisor. गुड टू सी यू अनूप जी, कैसा रहा आपका हैदराबाद ट्रिप? ओके, द irreplaceable advisor, where you stop sounding like a distributor and you start sounding like a decision maker. Okay, देखो, most advisors don't lose clients because of a lack of knowledge. देखो, नॉलेज, विजडम, एफर्ट्स तो आप डाल रहे हो. हम लोग लूज कब करते हैं ना, वी लूज देम बिकॉज ऑफ हाउ वी टॉक अबाउट इन्वेस्टमेंट्स. देखो, टू एडवाइजर्स might be recommending the same fund, in which one may sound like an average advisor, the other person might sound like an expert. The difference is in knowledge. The difference is in how you're thinking and your language. How you're thinking and your language. Okay? So एक core identity shift करते हैं. चलिए, आज से हम लोग ना stop recommending funds solely based on returns. सिर्फ returns के बलबूते पे funds recommend ना करें. You can incorporate 3 things in your actual recommendation. Number 1, explain why something is working. Why is that fund working? Number 2, okay, explain why it works. Sorry, explain when it works, why it is working, when it works, and when it may not work. Okay, क्यों काम करता है, कब काम करता है, कब ये काम नहीं करेगा. Why it works, when it works, when it may not work. देखो, this is a mindset shift. Stop thinking about top performing funds कौन है. Think about the fund कि कौन सा, कहाँ पर ये फंड फिट हो सकता है. Okay. Stop thinking about best returns. Start thinking about how does it behave in different markets. बुल मार्केट में कैसा है, फ्लैट मार्केट में कैसा काम करता है, डाउनवर्ड मूव डिक्लाइनिंग मार्केट में कैसा काम करता है, ऑल दैट. स्टॉप थिंकिंग अबाउट कैटेगरी रैंकिंग. ओके, ऑलवेज स्टार्ट थिंकिंग अबाउट ये फंड लेने पे व्हाट इज द रिस्क दैट द फंड इज, व्हाट द क्लाइंट इज एब्जॉर्बिंग. देयर आर 4 Ds, 4D थिंकिंग मॉडल. एक है डायरेक्शन, दूसरा है डिसिप्लिन, तीसरा है डाउनसाइड एंड फोर्थ इज द डिसीजन. ओके, नाउ डायरेक्शन क्या है? इंस्टेड ऑफ आस्किंग कि मार्केट ऊपर जाएगा, नीचे जाएगा, लेफ्ट जाएगा, राइट जाएगा, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. ओके, थिंक, आर रेट्स, इंटरेस्ट रेट्स राइजिंग और फॉलिंग? इज लिक्विडिटी टाइट और इजी? Is inflation cooling down or is it becoming sticky? Okay, this defines the category performance. Second, does the fund stick to its mandate or does it chase momentum? Style consistency, discipline. Third, downside. What happens in bad markets? How much is the drawdown? Okay, protecting capital is as good as generating real alpha. And finally, the fund manager material work, like who is running the fund, for how long, Is there stability or there has been frequent change? Okay. Dekho, the most powerful part of this shift isn't how you think. It is the language shift. This is where your authority is going to get built. Okay. Instead of talking about this fund gave 18% return, this fund has delivered returns while controlling downside better during volatile phases. Okay. Performance to behavior. This is a top performing fund. Performance. Behavior kya hai? This fund behaves more consistently across market cycles. And then shift from ranking to fitment. This is the best fund in this category. Doesn't matter. This fund fits well in your long-term asset allocation based on your risk profile. Your way you think and the words you choose will make you irreplaceable. The way you think and the words you choose will make you irreplaceable. Shift words from return to risk. Shift words from performance to behavior. And shift words from ranking to a fitment. And see the transition in the way people look at you. Shift from short term to process. It is doing well recently, it doesn't work. The process of this fund follows tends to work well over longer periods. Shift from opinion to structure. I think that this is good. Based on how we structure portfolios, this plays a specific role. Are you able to absorb the finer shift? Shift from product to portfolio. Let's invest in this fund. Doesn't work. This will form part of your growth allocation within the portfolio. Shift from short term to process. Shift from opinion to structure. Shift from a product to the role it plays. If the client asks which fund is best, if you give a response like this one gave the highest return, you sound like a distributor. If your response is depends on what role it needs to play, for example, growth versus stability versus liquidity, it instantly elevates your perception about you. Returns are the outcomes. Processes create them. Because clients don't trust you because you know fund names. They trust you because you think clearly, explain simply, and sound structured. Your job is to explain the process. If you keep speaking like, "Arey, this fund has given 10% return, 12% return, 15% return, 30% returns," you are replaceable. If your conversation sounds like, "This is how we think about the role that money has to play," that is the time you become irreplaceable. All the best, everyone. Have a great day ahead. And I see you tomorrow exactly at 10:10 with the series 2 of this 4-part series. All the best. Take care.